you would.
Actually, I wasn't going to go, I don't think.
What?
Because we had such a busy day, and I just feel like the after-school thing is for real. I am that stereotypical parent now that you lose your time because of your children's schedule between 3 o'clock and 7.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's where we are now in
And
life.
they throw in the homework in there, too, besides extra.
You're adulting.
So we just had to, the kids really wanted to go, and it's easy on the first night. If you've never been to the original Houston Greek Festival, it's happening in Montrose. It's greekfestival.org. Find all the information there. We took an Alto. There's a code. I found out there's a code.
What's an Alto?
It's like an Uber, but it's a private car
mint.
that's not theirs. It is a company car.
Oh,
You are not riding in somebody's personal vehicle.
Okay.
And when we called the Alto, I think that they just had Buick Enclaves. This freaking electric Kia shows up, SUV. It looks so futuristic. I've never seen this car ever. I didn't even know it was a Kia. And the guy goes, yeah, they just got like 50 of these in the fleet, and I think this is my second time driving it. I didn't even know how to open the doors.
I'd be too nervous.
Because the handles were
I
flush
don't want to
with the
drive
door.
a prototype.
Then these guys go take it, charge it, and he loses 30 minutes of business.
Well, he said that his shift was 4 hours because it's the electric vehicle.
And then they have to turn it in and then charge it.
Get a new one.
I guess they were just flipping them over. But anyway, it was a very easy ride. However, the weather was amazing, and I could have stayed there till 10 and got myself in trouble. I absolutely could have had another beer because I tried. I did not know they do this. I forgot because I wasn't a beer drinker for a long time until I got my beer kick. 6 months ago, I got on a beer kick. There's a special Greek Festival brew from No Name Brewery. Is that right?
No label?
No
There's
Label Brewery.
Yeah.
And it's just the Greek Festival beer. When it's out, it's out. So I was like, okay, it was either that or Michelob Ultra or
Is it extra
Karbach,
strong?
Love Street, or they had the Fix as a Greek beer. And I was like, I want to try that Greek Festival brew.
Higher alcohol content.
That's
It
cool.
was so good. My brother-in-law was there. My husband was there. And they're like, try that Greek Festival beer. I go, yes.
Well,
I really like it.
Is it a Pilsener? Is it a?
It's a rice something. It said it was rice something.
Rice. Well, Bud Light has rice in it.
I don't know. what it is. I'm not a beer connoisseur like you guys.
Come on,
pay attention.
Brewmaster
All I know
Kevin.
is I
Don't you
picked
know
that
about
beer,
this?
And
Never
I
heard
wanted
of it.
another one.
I don't
No,
think
it's
you would,
only
though.
for
It's
this.
only for the Greek Festival.
It's only
if you
for
know about
this.
this, then you got a problem.
Yeah.
No,
Kevin's
no.
hanging out at the breweries.
Yeah. This is not something I've. Anyway, I thought it was really good. So if you go, it's really good. Oh, but should we have a beer for Roula and Ryan's Roses to keep track of
Yeah.
these lies?
Instead
Yeah.
of tea, instead of
Great way to
Have
start
tea,
the morning.
Having some beer. All right, let's hit it.
The war is on. It's Roula and Ryan's Roses, 104.1 KRBE.
All righty, parental discretion is advised. The tale of Tori, Corey, and Amanda.
The Tori and Corey story. The Tori and Corey story. So Tori has come to us because of Corey, and a lady we find out was Amanda. Was that his coworker? I can't remember. I keep thinking of the boob imprint on the shower from last week.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah,
asked
that
me
was
about
a
that last
different
night.
one.
Don't we
I go,
all?
that wasn't today. That was last week.
Tori wanted to do the patch in
That's
because
right.
she knew that Corey was familiar with the show, would really pick up on the staycation
I was
or
thinking
anything
people-
like that.
In the last week, they're doing that on purpose to their mate, putting their boobs on the shower, putting a heart
Oh,
just to
yeah.
screw with them.
Okay, so here we're picking this up from where we're all listening in to Corey.
Monday morning, 7:20, we'll try and get you a Roses update with Tori. It's a lot to process.
Ridiculous with the lies. My own kid said to me, my 13-year-old goes, Mommy, that guy was lying so much. I go, what? You guys were listening to that? Like, my kids are of the age that they're like processing that. I was like, I thought we don't earmuffs.
Yeah, I think it's good for people to hear that.
Now they're learning.
Need to know
Bad
what's out there.
relationships. What?
Don't trust people.
All right. Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, my friends. Whoa, big allegations against Garth Brooks. And they're not old. I mean, they're not from this year, but they're not like 15 years old.
Oh, really? Oh.
2019 allegations of assault. We'll have to dive a little deeper on that one. Here's your official weather for today, which right now it is glorious. If we had a patio, I'd say let's go out there and broadcast.
That would be
It feels
nice.
so good outside. It just
Hear
feels
the
so good
birds
outside.
chirping. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be sunshine and a few clouds this afternoon. It's going to be high in the low 90s. Right now, 73 degrees and 6:08 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
All right, it's brought to you by Taquerias Arandas. Don't forget to say it for Sabrina. 8 o'clock this morning, we have another phrase that we're going to reveal. And then at 9 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., 5 p.m., if you're caller 104, you just repeat the phrase back, and we'll make you a finalist for this fantastic opportunity for Sabrina's show, October 27th at the Toyota Center. You get to sit in the KRBE suite, you and 3 friends. It's 4 tickets.
Nice.
And you get a ride to and from the show. It's all brought to you by Shell Federal Credit Union. And top-tier chauffeur services will provide the ride, which is going to be fun. 8 o'clock, say it for Sabrina. Okay, so let me just get to the hard stuff before we get to the lighthearted
Parental
stuff.
discretion.
Well, I mean, it's just all terrible. All these allegations of all these superstars with victims coming out of the woodwork for different things. It's not about Sean Combs. This one's a shocker. It's about Garth Brooks, a woman who said she was the hairstylist and makeup artist for Trisha Yearwood since 1999, was sexually assaulted by him, raped by him in 2019. In a statement provided late Thursday, Garth Brooks denies these allegations. He said, I have been hassled to no end with threats, lies, and tragic tales of what my future would be if I did not write a check for many millions of dollars. It has been like having a loaded gun waved in my face. According to the lawsuit that this woman filed in California's Superior Court, she said she had been contracted to do makeup for Trisha, and she started experiencing financial difficulties. In 2019, she says that Garth Brooks helped by offering her more work. She said she was supposed to do his hair and makeup for a Grammy tribute in his hotel suite, and that is where the alleged rape occurred. She said, with cold disregard, when Garth was finished, it was business as usual. I had to quickly get together to style his hair and do his makeup for the event so he was on time.
What? So he attacked her, and then she had to do his hair and makeup after the attack.
That's what she's claiming. She also said she got a cryptic text message after the incident from him claiming, quote, he ruined his life. But at that point, she had not worked for him for several months. I'm sorry, wait. The woman, I'm going to read this sentence again. I did this off the air. I'm going to do it again because I can't understand how the sentence makes sense. Okay, here we go. The article says, the woman says Brooks claimed to get a cryptic text message after the alleged rape that said Brooks, quote, ruined his life.
There's the pronouns are all off. You can't tell.
Is the implication that his text message to her is like, I can't believe what I've done. I've ruined my own life? Or did they have the wrong pronoun
I'm
there
thinking
that
she
ruined
said that to
her
him.
life?
Yeah, it's
Right.
poorly written.
Maybe they messed
Yeah,
up
it's
in the
weird.
article.
And then the next sentence is, at that point, she had not worked for Garth for several months, leading him to suspect the woman's husband may have sent the text. Anyway.
You know, you have to take every one of these threats serious, or every one of these allegations, serious. And whether he's guilty or not, even if he is 100% innocent, this has wrecked his reputation.
Well, he has countersued her. He filed a federal lawsuit against her last month, claiming she is trying to extort him for money and defame his character in response to him not making her a salaried employee or paying her medical benefits. He says that she sent him a letter in July claiming she had been assaulted by him and that he was plotting to kill her.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Yes.
He's gonna
That's
kill
where
her.
you start losing credibility. I
Then
can't really
he-
picture Garth Brooks, the murderer.
Then he said he got another letter from her the next month in where she said she would not go public with this filing if he paid her millions of dollars. So Garth said, hush money, no matter how much or how little, is still hush money. In my mind, that means I'm admitting to behavior I am incapable of. Ugly acts no human should ever do to another. He is also requesting monetary and punitive damages in his countersuit, attorney's fees, and a jury trial, as well as a declaration from the court that the woman's claims are false. He said, I trust the system. I do not fear the truth, and I'm not the man they have painted me to be.
Because if he's so rich, he could just pay it off if he wanted to. 'Cause
Yeah.
Right.
He knows once he does this, he's on every TV, every radio station's talking about it.
Yep.
And doesn't look good.
I'll tell you,
Then other people will come forward. Usually what happens, one does this, and then 6 other women through
Opens up the floodgates.
the 90s or something. Or
Yeah, he was on the stage in Vegas last night, and on Instagram, he just wrote, thank you for my life.
why does he need hair and makeup?
Yeah, he doesn't have any hair.
Where's a cowboy hat?
Well, he's been dyeing his beard dark.
Yeah, I was
when he
gonna
came
say,
here
he
for the
has,
Houston show.
Not
he's been
very
doing
well.
that.
It looks like he just got Miss Clairol and did it in a
he's-
sink.
It's been doing.
That's
I mean,
pretty
it's
good.
Like, it's pretty
This
good. It's
picture
pretty
looks
dark.
really good.
Yeah,
Okay.
And his face looks flawless.
I know he looks really good.
Good makeup.
Yeah. I need
his-
his. Wow.
His,
I was going to say I needed his makeup artist.
yeah, you don't. You don't
You're
say
going through a
it.
lot right now.
He wrote on Instagram last night, if there was ever a night that I really needed this, tonight was that night. Thank you for my life. And he shared a photo of himself on stage in front of a sold-out crowd at the Coliseum at Caesars. This began in May of 23. It's scheduled to run until early 2025. And I know Adele was making up some shows, but it's interesting how that Coliseum like rotates in and out, because I thought it was just Adele's Coliseum until the next one comes.
I mean, they can change it really quick.
Right.
When Celine Dion did that stuff there, I saw Jerry Seinfeld on that stage, and they couldn't even tell it looked just like a comedy stage.
Yeah, but a comedy stage versus a whole show of acrobatics and stuff. I mean, I feel like Jerry Seinfeld just needed like a dark curtain behind
You
him
just
and a
need a
mic.
backdrop. That's
you know, because we saw him
push
at Smart
everything away.
Financial. He doesn't even need anything. He just would come out behind, there's a dark curtain and a mic and a spotlight, right? Anyway, so we'll see what comes of that. Now, let me get to some of the lighthearted stuff. Glamour magazine has released their Women of the Year issue, and they've even done a Women of the Year Moms edition, where they highlight Beyonce's mom, Travis and Jason Kelsey's mom, Billie Eilish's mom, and Selena Gomez's mom.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's a whole article about Donna Kelsey. They've openly talked about how they stayed together for the boys. She and her husband were not getting along. They did not have a good marriage, but they were friendly enough to make it work for the boys, and the boys didn't know that they weren't. Because Travis has said now, like looking back, like, oh yeah, they weren't like the romantic couple, but they were always supporting them. They were always doing everything. And she said that it's so much easier to go to work, but raising children when they're totally dependent on you, you're trying to do the best you can with limited resources that you have. It's the most daunting task I've ever had to do. But she was a power woman. She was the moneymaker in her family. She was working for a bank in several different states. She wanted to get her ahead. She said she worked really, really hard. She was the major breadwinner. And it was important for my kids to see that a woman can do whatever she wants. But I did stand still, too, meaning like personally, because she was with their dad, and that was not a romantic union.
What did the dad do? Did he help the kids too? It's like even because usually like if dad's a breadwinner,
Yeah.
and then they always say hi to the mom because the mom's
Hey,
always
Mom.
there. And now
Yep.
she's the breadwinner and she still gets the credit. Doesn't matter, guys. You'll
Yeah.
never get credit no matter what you do.
But you don't do it for credit anyhow. You just do it because you love your kids.
Yeah, but still down
is
the
nice.
road, it has to kind of hurt a little bit if you're a dad and your kid's saying,
You're human.
"Thanks, Mom, for everything."
Well, I have heard the Kelsey brothers give props to the dad. The mom and the dad, but really the dad, because
Dad's on the show sometimes,
Jason
right?
got real emotional. I think it was in the Kelsey Amazon special that I saw of him, the story about him saying how, their parents really did go all in for their sports, all in for their sports. They totally dedicated themselves
That's
to getting them
great.
to practice,
That's
getting them to
supportive
this, getting them
parents.
to that. And that's what made them what they are. Donna Kelsey also is going to be showing up in the Holiday Touchdown at Chiefs Love Story Hallmark Christmas movie we talked about months ago.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then she's in another film called Christmas on Call. It centers on the lives of first responders in Philadelphia who intersect over the holiday season while juggling work, personal lives, and their dedication to serve their city. Donna's wearing an Eagles jersey in that one, so she's getting lots of cash. She's doing
God, how many of
commercials,
those
she's doing
movies?
movies.
How
all
many
kinds
of those
stuff.
do they crank out a
By
year?
being future
47.
mother-in-law,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Kevin, she did this whole thing about, or Travis Kelsey did this whole thing about American, what's the Niecy Nash, kind of like Ryan Murphy. He's not producing it, but it's some kind of a show that she's doing.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
I thought you were following like the it's kind of scary, like kind of American Horror Story-ish feel. No? Okay, let me see what it's called. I don't know what it's called. It's called Grotesquerie?
Yeah, that's
Oh, no,
yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Grotesquerie?
I haven't seen it yet. I've just seen the previews for it.
It's a
Yeah,
movie
he's
or
in
a
that.
show?
No, it's a show.
Is it Ryan Murphy?
Yeah, Grotesquerie. Ryan
It's his
Murphy.
feel. It's like American Horror Story feel to it.
Yeah. He's
Travis
Travis
Kelce.
Kelce plays Ed Lachlan,
Doesn't he have
who
an
works at a
accent?
hospital where Niecy Nash's character's husband is receiving
Oh
treatment.
God, I don't want to see.
No, I heard the
Travis
clip. He
Kelce.
doesn't sound like he has an accent. There's a clip we could play if you want
Oh,
to,
God.
Sam. If you go to that website
Somebody
that
said he
usually
was
has
trying
the
an
clip.
accent or something. I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
I haven't heard
The
it.
clip that Sam's
no.
going to play is Jason and Travis Kelsey on their New Heights podcast listening to Travis's clip with Niecy Nash, and then Travis just can't listen to it because he's so embarrassed. You know how like actors don't like to watch themselves on
Yeah.
screen? He's like, I
Nobody
can't listen.
does.
All right. So here's the clip of them watching the scene where Travis is talking to Niecy Nash's character as the man who works in the hospital where Niecy's...
Thank you, handsome. What's your name?
Ed Lachlan. But you can call me Eddie.
smoking.
Eddie.
Something tells me when you're done with your little ciggy break here, you're gonna want to get the hell out of here. And I don't blame you.
I already know what's happening in this movie, in this show.
But should you be driving?
Probably not. But I'm going to anyway.
Of course you are.
Of course I am.
Windows down, hair blowing in the wind.
You know it.
This is so I can't watch it. I can't even listen to it.
Know we.
No little something.
Yeah, it's called Grotesquerie.
We got to do that again. You remember years ago, we all like had to
On
do
Hulu.
a scene.
Ugh.
No.
We recreated
We did
a
a
scene
scene?
from a movie.
Yeah, we all
This
tried it.
years
This
ago.
is years. I think Mojo was here.
Oh my God.
We all
Yeah, I
read,
remember-
like,
I remember
we
we
picked our
sang.
favorite movie. I think Kevin and I did like The Wrath of Khan.
I think we did it where like each person had to do this like the same thing, so to see how they interpreted
Oh, yeah.
the scene.
We were given the dialogue, and we had to act out the
It
scene.
was about as bad as
the
that.
things that we've done, I don't remember them all.
but the difference was we were not being paid millions of dollars.
Somebody said that's better. It's better than the American Horror Story that came out last year.
Really?
I guess
That's
they're watching it.
extreme. So it's on FX. You can find it on Hulu. Lois Tryon feels a series of heinous crimes in her small community are eerily personal, as if someone or something is taunting her. At home, she grapples with a strained relationship with her daughter. Her husband is in long-term hospital care, and her own inner demons are torturing her. That's what it's about.
Okay.
Travis Kelce plays one of the guys that works at the hospital.
Ryan Murphy's got what a list of.
He does.
From scary,
From
creepy stuff
Glee
to Glee
to Monster.
to Rent.
Yeah, there was an official
Yeah,
statement
right.
again today from an attorney in California saying that they're going to try to make a motion to reopen the Menendez case because by the third trial, because there were three, two were hung jury, by the third trial, none of the abuse allegations were admitted. Submitted. We're allowed to be submitted.
Wonder why.
So they tried them on no abuse allegations at all to that jury. But this is what I find hard to believe, guys. When some story is so big like that and hyper concentrated in the press, especially in the 90s, when we did not have social media and internet to distract us and keep us busy. Because right now there could be a story that I could tell you guys about and not a one of y'all have heard about it. But in 1990, 1993, 94, 96, everybody knew the big story. So how could they get a jury that didn't hear about abuse allegations?
Which is
like we're
scary.
deaf to it.
I don't
Those
know.
are the
You know
people
what
you
I
don't
mean?
want
You
on
had
your jury.
internet.
I don't want them on my jury if you don't
Right,
know
you
what's
don't
going
want
on.
them, but I think it's human nature, Eric. If I saw that you're wearing an orange shirt and then somebody told me, okay, Roulette, in 2 hours, you are going to dismiss from your mind that Eric is wearing an orange shirt. Just don't even acknowledge it's an orange
Well,
shirt.
you can't.
He cannot be
You
wearing an
can't do
orange
that.
shirt. It's not humanly possible to unhear it. You know what I mean?
They strike that. They do that in court.
Yeah, they
Like,
say,
hey,
they
you're
can
to
say strike
disregard that.
disregard. I'm like, no, how do I do that? I just heard it.
Right. That's
When
what I'm
making
saying
your
is so hard
decision.
because you have to go to jury selection and they probably ask all these questions like, yeah, I had my head in the sand about the Menendez case. I don't know, in 1994 or whatever, by the time the third round jury came across. Anyway, so there was a motion yesterday that maybe they would try to do something different, especially because the former Menudo band member, who's now an adult, says, yes, Jose Menendez assaulted him. So I don't know. There was some big thing yesterday about Lyle and Eric Menendez being in jail and having hope that maybe whatever time they've already served would be enough and they could get released. Because they spent more time in jail as humans
They murdered their
than
parents.
they did it out of jail.
Some people get out in 10 years murdering
Yeah, isn't it?
somebody. It's weird how
It's really hard to determine, who's going to do life in prison for murder and who's getting out in 5 years. I mean,
There was some lady, actually, and I don't think anybody remember this except maybe Eric, because he's a Chicago person. When Oprah was doing her show early in the years, there was some scandalous story about a teacher that was having an affair on her husband, and the students killed him. Oh, and the murderous
Nicole
students got less time in jail than that teacher. She has life in prison, no parole, and the boys that murdered the man got out already.
What was that called?
And
Nicole
she's like,
Kidman
no
was in it.
parole. I don't know. They redid that movie? I mean, they did make the
no,
movie?
they did that movie with Nicole Kidman.
And what happened
She
to
convinced the student?
the assets of
That's what I was wondering.
the
Menendez?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Menendez family.
Probably went
He
to
went
another
the family.
relative.
He went to the family.
the next, like a
Next of kin, the brother.
or cousin,
Yeah.
if there's any left, or
Well,
No,
that
there's definitely
time,
family
he had a lot of
members.
family. Yeah, they had lots of family.
somebody's rich.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess it's one of those wait and see
To
situations.
Die For, that's what it was called.
It was about that lady in the 80s.
Yeah. In 1995, this movie came out. It was called To Die For. And it was a news anchor played by Nicole Kidman manipulates 3 teenagers into murdering her.
No, that's different.
Huh.
The lady I'm talking about was not a famous lady. She was not on TV. She was just
Okay.
one of these, she's having an affair with a student. Nobody's ever heard of that. And then
Yeah,
the
especially
boys
then.
murder the husband.
Jeez.
I got to look up that story, but there's too many of them. You know what I mean? There's too
You
many.
know?
To the point is, that woman is life in prison, no parole, but the murderous students have already been released.
She
Probably
planned it
'cause
all.
Yeah,
And
but
she's-
she probably brainwashed them.
Yeah, took little young boys and made them into killers.
Yeah, so
Ooh, that's scary.
he's just I'm waiting for that movie now.
Do any of y'all have Apple TV?
All of us have it.
Yeah, they just dropped it. It's a movie came out a couple years ago. It's called The Banker with Anthony Mackie and Samuel Jackson, and it's based right here in Willis, right in Montgomery County, and it's a true story. I watched that last night. It was one of the best movies I've seen in years. It's really, really good. It's a true story. Highly recommend it.
What's it called again?
The Banker, and it's a
Banker.
true story.
They do loans.
Is it about murders?
No.
This house
It's
loan.
like
Credit reports?
Because it's-
Can I
interest
interest
rates?
you in a low
set in
rate
the
They're scary.
50s, and they are the 2 first African American men who actually owned a bank in Willis, and they had to do it covertly. but it's really, really good. You'll enjoy it.
All right. Well, you guys call us at 833-390-KRBE, and it's open from Friday. So whatever you text us at 37530, if you want us to go on a tangent about it, we will.
Yep.
And you can call us at 833-390-KRBE and tell us what's your big news. You got something big you want to tell us?
And also people are saying, is it Pamela Smart?
Pamela Smart. That's right.
That sounds familiar.
Gosh,
Look
I got
that
to
up
look up
today.
that whole thing.
Look that
Pamela
up.
Smart. Where's the movie on that lady? All right. Thanks for that, texter. See, they know everything.
they're
They
smart.
know everything. We'll be right back on the Roula and Ryan
Oh.
Show.
Back to the Roula and Ryan
All
Show.
right, my
It is
friends.
Open Phone Friday. The number is 833-390-KRBE. That's 833-390-5723.
And I was scared awake by my phone, and I believe some of our
Yes.
listeners
Yes.
were as
You got an
well.
alert?
My God,
God,
did I get
it
an
was
alert?
so intrusive. Like, why
had to
couldn't they
play-
wait an hour?
What was the alert
I
for?
thought the house was on fire or something bad was
Yeah,
happening.
tornado.
Let's let our listeners give us their opinion of it. As my James is on the line. Hi, James.
Hey, James.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Hey.
Good morning.
Good
It's
morning.
Friday. We made it, so
I
all's
thought-
good so
I
far.
was-
Yeah, we made it.
I was running through the
happy
house.
Friday, except
trying-
for the.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, happy Friday, except for the early wake up call that is for a county that's about 8 hours away, right?
8
I
hours
didn't
away.
read it, James. I didn't. I gotta go. My notifications.
Yes.
Dude, I was running through the house trying to turn off every device. It was scaring the
Now,
crap out of
Was
everybody.
it
Was
Hall
this-
County? Is that what it was?
Let me see. What did it?
It was-
say?
Yes.
I was like, what is this county? Maybe it's
It says-
close to us?
Here it is. It says
Okay.
blue alert issued for Seth Altman, wanted for the involvement in the injury of an officer by Hall County Sheriff's Office. Suspect is a 33-year-old white male, 6 feet 2 inches, 220 pounds. Altman is wearing a blue T-shirt and blue jeans. Suspect is believed to be armed and dangerous. If seen, do not approach. Call 911. Where's Hall County? James, you looked it up, and it's how far away?
I think it's about 8 hours away from us, isn't it? From the central Houston area.
Good
But
So
yeah, no, it's,
unless he had a private jet, it's really not any of our problem.
Well, I mean, 8 hours he could
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
here to get away from the scene of the crime.
Depends when it happened. If it
Yeah.
just happened then.
Also,
Yeah.
not everyone on the
according to-
show.
According to Reddit,
Yeah.
According to Reddit, this was all across, even in like San Antonio, Austin area. We're getting the same alerts.
Oh, wow.
But not everyone on the show
I didn't get that one.
allegedly
I
got
didn't
the
get it.
alert.
And I was
Right.
up. Like I would had the phone
Yeah, me too.
next to me. That's weird.
And it came
Yeah,
out,
that's wild.
James, I
So
got
far
it
away.
twice. I got it twice. When I shut it down, I just turned my phone off to get it to shut up because like, oh my God,
Yes,
all the kids
yes.
are going to wake up.
Yeah.
And then I turn my phone back
Oh, yeah.
on and then it goes off again. I was like, what is happening? It was
And
very
what-
scary.
And what's terrible about this is the unnecessary repercussions of people that are going to mute these alerts because of the unnecessary ones. You know, back whenever we had Dretcho go through, that was a big one that people got alerted by and actually helped people. But then we got
Right.
stuff like this, and then you're going to end up muting the alerts, and then you're not going to be able to actually get the necessary emergency alerts that you need.
Yep.
That's a good
Good point. Maybe that's
Well,
what
yeah,
I did.
looked
Maybe I
up-
did that.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe that's why you didn't get it.
After
You
the
probably muted it
derecho
once.
alert, I will always pay attention to those things.
Yes, I know.
So I never heard of this
I was like,
before.
damn, you spot on this one.
Yeah.
A blue alert is activated when a violent attack on law enforcement happens.
Right, there's silver alert, amber alert, blue alert. By the way,
Clear alert.
If you look to see where Hall County is, it's the closest city to it is Amarillo.
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 That's a bit of a hike.
Amarillo.
Thanks, James.
That's really
Okay,
far.
thank you, James. You have a great weekend. We appreciate you listening. Okay, 833-390-KRBE. Corey is on the line. Is it True Crime Tuesday? No. But Corey wants to share a story with us. Hi, Corey.
Hi, how are y'all?
Well,
Hey,
good.
fantastic.
What's your plan today, Corey? What are you doing? You already at work?
I'm sitting in the parking lot at work. I'm just waiting for my boss to get here to open the shop.
Oh,
Look
what
at
kind
that.
of job do you have?
Hey,
Look
boss.
at you, early riser.
Get your butt up.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I've been up since about 6:15 and to let the dog out and whatnot. So
Okay.
What's your job? Like, what field of work are you in? Who let the dogs out?
I'm a service advisor. I work at Webb's Automotive in Cyprus.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Look at you getting to work.
So
early
you
before the
called
boss.
called us at 6:47 in the morning. What's up?
Killing time till the boss gets there.
Yeah, I got you. So I just want y'all talking about like murder cases and stuff this morning while I was driving in. So one, I wanted to bring up that I know some people probably know what's going on. The Gypsy Rose Blanchard case.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I don't know that one.
So
Oh, yeah. Watch that
Oh, that's the one
documentary.
that's been around for a long time about this girl who's
She's out of
basically
jail
been
now.
poisoned by her mom for so long and, hurt by her mom, so she
Yeah.
killed her mom.
Okay,
Then
yeah.
she gets out of jail. Then she gets married. Then she's divorced. There's a lot of stuff going on with this girl, Gypsy Rose. What's your comment on that?
Well, I just think it's kind of weird, just like that she got so famous so quick, and she's just making bank off of this because they're streaming a show about her, like Afterlife, and on I think it's Lifetime. I think is the app.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just so weird. I don't know why we would want to encourage that and say, "Hey, that's good that she did what she did." No.
Well,
You know what? They
I
do.
think with every true
true.
crime story, the person involved in the story becomes like I don't want to say the word popular. People are interested in that person's story after the fact, right?
Look at that Annie, what's her, Anna Dolvey or whatever?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
on
yeah.
Dancing with the Stars.
She got kicked off, but
Yeah.
But still, she was picked
Not a good
to be on
person.
Dancing with the
is
Stars.
Gypsy Rose, has she been on that Dancing with the Stars?
No, I don't think so, but
could
I'm
try and
sure
get
she
her on
will
there.
be.
I'm sure she will
they
be.
did a whole docu-series on her. I mean, there are entire shows built around the people's fascination with criminals. There's Love After Lockup on TLC, and that runs every week. I mean, they've got a whole string of those shows.
And what do we find out as a to be continued of that Pamela Smart story? Because our listeners are so smart.
Mm-hmm.
They told me the name of the lady I was trying to remember. She was only 22 years old, which is shocking now because I think she was married for 1 year to her husband Greg. She was working in a high school and started an affair with a 16-year-old. And it was such a hyper-focused story in 1990 because I think this might be the first time the American public had heard of an administrator role adult taking on a relationship with a student. And anyway, so that boy and his friend killed Greg.
Some crazy
Smart.
stories out there.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Cynthia texted us. It's her birthday. She's listening on the app. She's driving to Missouri.
Not Missouri City.
Nope, Missouri.
Actual Missouri.
She's driving to Missouri,
Whoa.
and she really wants a shout out from Sam.
Oh, you do it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
From Sam.
She can get both.
Sam. The Sam one's better.
Hey, happy birthday, Cynthia.
There you go.
It hurts my throat. for you.
I know. My husband asked if I recorded it, and then I just put their name in so that it wouldn't hurt my throat. But I feel like it. No,
Actually, it'd be
every
kinda funny
single
doing it and then
person
go,
needs to have an organic one.
Cynthia.
I should, and then I just like when it ends,
Yeah.
say their name.
Drink some tea afterwards.
And another person says, "Good morning, KRBE crew. I want to send myself an early happy birthday shout out. My birthday is actually tomorrow. This is your listener, nurse practitioner. Well, happy birthday. Tomorrow is also Travis Kelsey's birthday and Kate Winslet's birthday.
And what's her name?
She didn't say her name.
I remember
I
That
read
helps.
the text as is.
Hey, happy
I know we've
birthday.
had
Happy
you on.
birthday, nurse practitioner. Tell us your birthday. Tell us your birthday. Tomorrow is also Jesse Eisenberg's birthday. He played Mark Zuckerberg in Social Network.
And he was
Nikki
Lex
Hilton.
Luthor.
He's
Oh,
like
the
the
host of The Bachelor, Jesse Palmer.
he's a
Also,
wannabe
Michael
Woody
Cera.
Allen
Oh, is he?
type feel to
Well,
it.
nobody should want to be
Michael
Woody
Cera
Allen.
like that, like the way they act.
Quirky.
Yeah.
There's a commercial that we
Neurotic,
play that
yes.
makes me think of Michael Cera from the movie Juno, and it drives me bananas. It's whatever this credit commercial is. It's like a
That Juno
guitar.
music?
It's
Ugh.
the Juno music. If you've not seen Juno, my God, at the time Juno came out, that's what music was trying to be like cool. Oh, we're gonna have these cool like teenagers that are gonna
Annoying.
sing to each other like, "You're wearing an orange shirt to track today.
I guess it works,
I
though.
hate my lunch. That my mom say." It's like that kind of crap. I was
That's
like, come
awful.
on, just come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
So, Houston area longshoremen, along with thousands of other workers, announced to end their strike yesterday while they broker a new contract. And that ends a 3-day work stoppage that threatened to send shockwaves through the economy. So, you can stop hoarding toilet paper, people.
What are you doing now, people? With all that water and all that TP in your house now.
Which, by the way, is the dumbest thing ever because the TP is all made in America. It wasn't even being shipped. There was no shortage on that. People just panic and they go out and they buy
That's
all
a-
the TP.
That's a weird
weird.
thing.
It's just the strangest thing that people do.
Well, it's toilet paper.
I want to tell people you can bid on amazing art donated by local artists at the Art for the Cure, and that's going to be tomorrow. KRBE is going to be at Houston Community College in the Southeast Learning Hub building. That's 6815 Rustic Street. Proceeds benefit ovarian cancer awareness, a cure, and patient care. So you can come by, stop by. The art gallery is on the second floor. I'm donating painting as well. And this story is just, I wanted to get to this yesterday, didn't have time. A would-be drug smuggler was busted at Bush Intercontinental Airport after authorities discovered more than 26 pounds of cocaine stashed inside his electric wheelchair.
Whoa.
They discovered the cocaine after they noticed the wheelchair's unusually large seat cushions. So they X-ray it. The X-ray reveals a compartment, and they had 26 pounds, more than 26 pounds of cocaine stuffed into the seat cushions.
Wow.
Suppose that's all they found. I'd be so scared. There'd be other stuff.
It looked like one
Don't
of
the
those.
drug dogs sniff that stuff out? Even if
No,
you're not going
they're
through
there to
security, the
sniff
drug
out
dogs.
bombs.
I
When
think
you
it's the
see the
bomb
dogs,
dogs.
they're sniffing for bombs.
Well, that dog sniffed my bags. They knew I had some food in there.
Okay, so those are customs dogs,
Yeah.
and they are looking for fruits and foods and such.
Okay. That's
I've
why
had
they
that
cut
happen when I
pizza.
go to Mexico and I brought food from America, fruits in.
Oh, those
my-
dogs are on it, and they will give you
Mother-in-law has
hell.
to, older lady have to bring fruit in their purse for some reason. They have an
So,
orange.
like, if you wanted to prank your
I
friend,
have my little cuties in my purse.
Yeah, they would take you there.
Wherever I
and
go.
stuff.
Crossing-
Those are
Yeah,
good.
you can't bring that to Mexico.
So
Yeah.
what if you
Or
like
the bananas.
put milk bones in your buddy's bag? Would that get them going?
No.
No,
It's
they
not
don't care
fruit.
about that.
They don't
Yeah,
care.
they're not-
They're smarter than that, Ryan.
Okay.
Those dogs are
I'm not.
not going to go. Not going to go.
And
for
if you
milk
have,
dog
if you put
biscuits.
a vape pen in your bag and it goes through their customs X-ray, you have to pay the fine right then and there to the person who busted you. So, like, you're doling out cash to the dude in uniform right there.
So they're hoping to find
Whoa,
person.
yes.
Well, they don't want
It's
vape
gonna
pens
be
in
6
checked
million.
bags because the batteries can explode in the cargo.
These are going into Mexico after you're all done with your flight. After
Okay.
the last part to get into Mexico, they put it through.
Because you do that thing, you hit a button.
Yeah, it's green or red.
And
You
then
want
you
it?
get it.
You don't want the red
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, senor, the machine. Put it through.
And then,
Yes.
wow.
No, not the red
I
one.
probably look at like a bunch of like 22-year-old guys like, oh yeah, they got vape pens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know they do. They're all doling out pesos.
Well, coming up next, Special K's got a prank call. Has to do with.
License plates. Her plates were stolen, at least one of them from the back of the car. What happened with the other one, and what's she doing with that? Did criming? Porch pirating.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
Yes, and she's been porch pirating all of y'all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're involved.
Oh yeah, all of y'all are involved in this.
Are there drug sniffing dogs involved?
Oh, I don't know if there's any drugs involved, but Eric's little ring thing, his little
Your ring camera?
his little ring thing got stolen.
damn it.
I know.
I was wondering where that went. By the way, people said that they did use drug sniffing dogs.
Oh, that's how they found
There's
it.
an article they said.
Wow.
So see.
Well, the fact that you're saying the wow and you're the one that delivered the story is what they're
No,
nailing
I mean,
you on.
I didn't see anything about drug sniffing dogs in the article.
we're gonna call it headlines.
Yeah. I'm clickbait
Wipe those
Ryan.
eyes. All right, we'll get the prank call next on the Roula and Ryan Show.